You need to identify those things that are going to most negatively impact your application. If you notice a spike in activity once a day within a specific time range, you might want to add some automated scaling factors so that the application can adapt to traffic. If you notice requests to specific endpoints are taking longer than others and thus pose potential denial of service vectors, you may want to introduce caching or the ability to offload some processing asynchronously. So you might want to do some queuing and introduce that so that the queues can take the brunt of that work and offload it elsewhere so that you can just return immediately back to the user. If you have customers that are reporting site issues, you may want to investigate traces related to those specific site paths and see if you can identify the root causes. Maybe there's something that you missed when you did your code review last time and they're noticing it, and that will help you identify things that you can write as tests and ways that you can secure the application down further. Ultimately, your goal should be proactively identifying issues before they occur. And this can only be done if you have observability built in and you've built it on top of a secure foundation from the very beginning. So, how do you get there? Well, obviously, I work for Zend, right? Perforce Zend can actually help you on the security journey. We have a variety of different tools that we can help you with. On the Zend PHP side of things, long-term support can help you stay secure when you can't prioritize those PHP upgrades. We talked earlier about the fact that those upgrades are happening on a regular basis, and you may not be able to adopt the newer versions before they go end of life. So what do you do? An LTS will help you get there. So Zen PHP helps you get there as well. But the other part of our Zen PHP offering is on our container images, we have hardened these according to CIS benchmarks. So while you still have to do a little bit of work on your side, you can understand that the operating system and the base information, the base foundation for running PHP on these containers is locked down in a way that is going to meet a lot of benchmarks. And then it's up to you to make sure that the rest of the installation of your application and how it runs is also following additional benchmarks. But having that hardened base image makes it so that you don't have to do as much work. Your team can really focus on the things that are specific to your application in terms of hardening. On the professional services side of things, you can offload your PHP and framework migrations to experts. So if you're like, okay, we can't prioritize this, but we have to do it. Even the version that we're on, the LTS is about to go end of life. We have to do something here. This is where our professional services comes in, and they have a lot of expertise working with legacy code bases and getting them migrated to the latest and greatest versions of PHP. You can say, hey, my team needs to be focusing on new features, but we still need to prioritize this, and you can offload that to us to help you. They also will do security audits of your PHP applications and infrastructure and give you guidance on how to secure it further and make sure that you're going to be more secure and pass compliance going forward. The last thing is a new feature, a new product actually, our enterprise web platform. This is a turnkey orchestration environment with built-in security through our by providing the hardened images, but also by setting up a virtual network within all of the services. It provides auto scaling factors. It provides telemetry. So what is this enterprise web platform? It's built on top of Kubernetes at this time, and it includes open telemetry. It has OpenSearch built in, although you can tell your open telemetry you want to push elsewhere if you already have APM that you're utilizing. It has services, redundant services for telemetry storage, for Zend HQ storage, for session caching, etc. It has scaling factors built in for data and content caching, as well as your web and worker segregation. So you can really scale your application and ensure that increased traffic doesn't necessarily mean reduced ability to serve application to your customers. It exposes only the ingress, and if you absolutely need it, the dashboard services, and we recommend the dashboard services only be exposed on a private network. So having that only one point that it can come in also reduces the risk that somebody's going to be able to get access to everything else within your system.